Hello, and welcome to episode 95 of the Inventive Marketing Club. We're here every week to help you build a better marketing strategy. On this episode, we're going to look at how to make a reel for Instagram. So I'm going to give you a walkthrough of how to create your own reels and maybe to give you some ideas on what to create and a little bit of silliness. So first off, I'm going to just give you a bit of background on Instagram. Actually, firstly, before I do that, there's a couple of videos that we've produced previously that would be really good to watch. First is number 79, and it's about creating remarkable video content. So that's more generally, not using any particular application or editing program. It's more about just different ideas you can have to create content that's really going to engage people. So that's number 79, and I've got a link for it. You can find it on our website. And also Instagram Essentials, number 32. That was presented by Jack from Courtree. So he's going to give us a basic on Instagram. What I'm going to look at today is specifically Reels and basically go through a similar walkthrough that I did with YouTube Shorts, just having a bit of a play, showing you the interface and making a bit of a fool of myself. So if you haven't used Instagram Reels before, it's actually quite fun, very similar interface to TikTok if you've used that, and YouTube Shorts. They're all very similar, really. And it's quite a fun way of just watching videos from other people. Very easy to flick through and see some of the silliness people create. It's also a great time suck. So if you've got a couple of hours to spare, it's a great way to use that. However, if you've got other things to do, then maybe using Reels, don't look at it in the morning. That's what I would say. What I'm showing you here is a little video from a page on Instagram.com itself. So actually, it gives you a very good little overview of what you can do and sort of the features that are available. So I do suggest you check that out. You can find that on about.instagram.com/features/reels. So why create Reels? Maybe you're used to posting on Instagram. You're happy with that. Why do Reels? Well, it's video, and Instagram prioritizes video over images. So you might find you're going to get a bit more engagement because Instagram want to push that. It's a great way to share fun and informative stuff. I mean, certainly if you've got a live event, it makes sense to use it for that, either live or just recording your event. But if you've got a product, maybe you want to show a little product demonstration or you want to show people using it. I think you can have a bit of fun with it. And I think that's the key thing to remember is maybe you could be serious, but most of the videos I see and that people use TikTok and YouTube for is for a bit of fun as well as information. So I think if you can mix those two together, it's great. Also, you should know that Reels get more engagement than regular posts. And that makes sense with video. I find that generally video gets more engagement anyway. So certainly makes sense that that's going to flow onto Instagram as well. So just a little bit of background. Otherwise, we're going to skip right into Instagram. So forgive me while I connect in my phone and we swap over. Now, hopefully this is all going to work. Okay, so this is a fun little reel that's showing at the moment. Let's just have a quick look. So one of the key things about Reels, TikTok, and YouTube Shorts is a lot of music, things that put to music, maybe dances or some comedy, or it's going to be audio off for that, or it's going to be something where it's a little extract from a film or a clip from a politician and people are miming to it. So there's a lot of that sort of content. What else have we got here? Hopefully nothing too rude. Yeah, a lot of silliness. And then Instagram obviously puts some adverts in here as well. But I'm not going to spend too long on this. What we're going to do is we're going to press the plus button at the bottom, and that allows us to post some content. Now, if you're used to using Instagram, or you're going to get a sneak peek of that food later, if you're used to using Instagram, then you can just post straight from here. But we've got some other options at the bottom. We've got story, which allows us to create these sort of ephemeral stories that don't last very long in little videos. Personally, as a marketer, I don't see the point in that. That's not something I would want to use it for. If I create some content, I want it to be around. I want it to be useful for a long period of time. We've also got Reels, which we'll go into in a minute, and we've got live. So if you want to go on and go live and you've got an actual live event where it's going to be worth you doing that, and then this would be a good option. But I'm only going to explore Reels today. So we're in it. So I'm just going to talk you through the various different options we've got here. Let me bring up my notes to make sure I cover everything. So we've gone in to add a reel, and let me just have a look first through the effects, and we can see the effects on the little sparkles on the left-hand side. So if I tap that, we've got loads of different effects. I've got this lovely sort of, in fact, most of the effects I find are sparkles. They are softening the skin, obviously changing the color a little bit and adding sparkles to it. So let's go through, have a look at some more. Yeah, more sparkles. This one's quite fun. It kind of really sharpens everything up, makes the colors a bit brighter, and this one too. Even softens my skin. And you've got silly ones like this, where where it just makes your face quite weird. It enlarges everything that's on there. And there was another one that was a bit, there's ones where it makes you, I can't find it now, where it makes you into have a frown or a smile or any number of different faces. But anyway, I'm not going to explore those. There's loads, and they all soften my skin and try and make me look well, that's at least 10 years younger. I don't like that. What I'm going to do is look at the saved ones. So if I click on the little flag in the menu there, then I've saved a few here that I think are quite fun. So golden glitter. I mean, it does soften my skin a little bit, but it's got some cool little lens flare effect, and I've got some nice sparkly eyebrows as well. Looking good, Ben. Another way you can select your favorites as well and different filters. So if I just come out of that by tapping the black sides, I can actually see, if you see that's the record button in the middle with no filter. If I move it to the side, I can actually move through my saved filters. So we've got another one here. This is a freeze frame. So if you wanted to do something like from a Guy Ritchie film, you could do your recording and then point, and then you tap the screen at the same time and it freeze frames on that. And you could do that for your recording. Oh, I look a bit weird there. So that could be quite fun. There's also this one, which basically is gives you different green screen backgrounds. So I've got like some nondescript office or a cafe maybe, shopping, skiing, classroom. So various different ones where I could actually present from here. This one's quite good. We saw this in YouTube Shorts, but this basically keeps your face close into the camera, which might be quite useful if you want to create something a bit more intimate, you want to talk to the camera, and basically wherever I hold my arm, whatever distance, it adjusts my face to be within that. And then we've also got this cool effect here, which I might use a little bit later. Right, let's just go back onto the normal one for the moment. So moving on, other options we've got here, if we move down, we've got this arrow facing to the left. Tap on that. I haven't explored this option, but you may want to. It's not really something I'd want to do, but if you are creating a video that you might think other people might want to create their own sort of reaction videos, or they're a little bit of a craze, then what you can do is tap one of these add yours buttons, and it allows people to create a conversation with other videos. I'm just going to leave it there like that. It's not really my sort of thing to do that, but it might be yours to basically engage your audience. You know, you can ask a question, or like this one, show me your pets, and then other people can click on add yours, and then they can do a reaction video to that. So further down here on the left, we've got a timer. It says 30. So if I tap on that, and we've got a range of video lengths from 15 seconds all the way through to 90 seconds. By default, it's 30, but I can just change that here just by tapping the time. I'm going to leave it on 30 to give me something to play with. We've also got speed. This is quite fun. So what this will do is it will just play back at whatever that speed is. So first, let's go chipmunk style. So we're going to go 2 times. So if I press and hold the record button, just like with YouTube Shorts, then it's going to start recording, and this should be doing in 2 times speed. So if I let go, it's going to stop. So if I click next, yeah, the audio for some reason hasn't come out very well. I'm not sure if that's a problem with my phone or because of the way I'm screen sharing it, but you can definitely see it's at least fast, twice as fast. And then you can do the other way as well. So I can go really super slow. So I can have some really fast action and it's going to slow down. So it's going to do the fast bit first because that was my first video. Once that's finished, then going to go into the slow bit. Here we are, super, super slow. And let's just put it back to normal just to finish it off. There we are on ×1 speed. And what I can do is I don't have to hold to record. I can just tap, that starts recording, and then I can tap to finish. I'm going to just reset that. So start again, and it just clears everything down. So going down this list, we've also got the grid. And now this is quite fun. Let's see if I can do this with that little food video you saw earlier. What I'm going to do is click on the grid, and then I get an option to do, basically, I can either record a video on this side, and then once I've recorded that, I record a video on this side. And I could do one video with the front-facing cam, the back-facing cam, sorry, front, I get mixed up, but the one facing me, the selfie camera. And then I could do another video where I switch it around like that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to change the grid up a little bit and have it like this, top to bottom. I do see a lot of these, and you can use these as almost like reaction videos to another video where you incorporate the other person's video in your video with a little reaction of you beneath it, above it, below it, something like that. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to bring in a video of that food you saw earlier.
Full effect.
We won't have it so long, so I'm just going to trim it a little bit. Just once you've just pointed at that, so the point. That's it. Good. And then we'll just get it starting moving from there. There we go.
Revision.
So I add that. So that clip now is at the top.
Meal.
You see all the flags, that shows where they're from. I got Swedish.
Revision.
Now, because I've recorded that in.
You see all the flags, that
I
shows
should
where
have
they're
adjusted
from.
it, but because I've recorded that in.
Revision.
Widescreen normal video, it's actually cropped it to fit there. This was actually from our Eurovision meal just before. It's very nice. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to record my reaction here as well. I'm going to just put a little rubbing my tummy because I'm really hungry.
Full effect.
Quit that. No.
Dry Eurovision.
Maybe we want to do that. I'm just going to sort of mix it all together.
Full effect.
And now we've got our video mixed together. Or you could do, I'm just going to discard that. Start again. You could do a different layout where you might have something where you talk about something on using the back camera. And then we record something. Oops, let me flip the camera around. And then we record something where I'm now talking about what I'm just showing people. And then it's going to mix the two together. Let's start that again. Okay, so continuing on down here, we've got a timer, which is quite useful if you have a tripod. So you can just put this on the tripod and set the timer. This is going to give you a little countdown to the recording. Let's, I did not want to do that. Let's just cancel that. And if I just tap the little more icon, which is a little downward facing arrow, we've also got some other things on here that are quite fun. So dual camera, I think could be quite useful for a lot of people. So this is where I can just swap the cameras around. So this would be quite good if I want a picture in picture. So I've got me in the top right, and I can actually move myself around and put myself in different places. I'm going to just chuck me right up in the top corner. And then you can record what you're seeing and the little picture of you as well. Now, when I did this before, it had trouble processing. Hopefully it's not going to do that. We'll see if it works. But what it should be doing is mixing those two cameras together. So we've got the main camera, which it's going to put up in the top right-hand corner, and the other image, the main video from the back camera. That's taking too long. I will quit that. But that could be quite useful, certainly if you're at a live event. And the other thing is gesture control. Now, let me turn off dual camera. Gesture control is quite fun, might be quite useful. I certainly haven't got the hang of it yet, but if I turn it on, what it allows me to do is, let me turn the camera on. I can just rotate my hand like this, and it's going to start recording. So now I can do my little piece, talk about something interesting and engaging, and then I can raise my hand when I want it to stop. So that can be quite useful if you want to do something, again, on a tripod. You don't need to put a timer on it or rush towards the camera. So now I can do my little piece, talk about something interesting and engaging, and then I can raise my hand when I want. So now I can do my little piece, talk about something interesting and engaging, and then I can raise my hand when I want. So now I can do my little piece, talk about something interesting. So it's just clipped it before I had raised my hand, so you wouldn't see that. But what you can do, if now I can do my little piece, talk about something interesting and engaging, and then I can, because the video should be there. And when I want, and when I want, and when I want, when I want. So I tap on that, and I should be able to just stretch that out a little bit. Oh, why can't I do that now? There we are. So there. So what I need to do is just stop talking before I raise my hand, but there. And that should have done it. Raise my hand when I want it to stop. So now I can do my little piece, talk. So let's, I think if I talk through everything here, dual screen, green screen. Oh yeah, green screen. So let me show you that. Let's start again. For green screen, I'm going to select this filter. There is actually a green screen filter, but this is just as useful. And I will, in fact, I've just accidentally started recording. It's very easy to start recording in this. The whole thing is designed to record video extremely quickly. So I've selected my filter here, backdrop filter. What I can do is go to add media. Now you can add videos in the back here. So actually, let's see if I can put this in. Scale it up a bit. That's better. That's what I should have done previously. Let's put that video in the backdrop. There we go. So now what I can do is I can bring myself off to one side here. And wait for it to start again. Let's go. Look at that, all that lovely food. Tasty. If anyone who knows me knows that this is a dream for me, seeing lots of food on the table. Very happy with it. So anyway, you've watched the video in the background because it's just going to loop. It's going to keep playing like that. And then you can add commentary on it. And you often see this. It's quite a fun way to comment on something. I see it with other people's videos in the backdrop with someone here just sort of coming in and commenting on it. Or sometimes I've seen it as testimonial. In fact, that's the example I used for the YouTube Shorts, is you can have a testimonial about something nice that someone said to you. The one thing to note, though, is that despite me actually having a green screen, it doesn't use the green screen. It uses like a basic cutout. You can see it's not doing a very good job on here. So even if you have a green screen, it's not going to use that. So if you wanted the green screen, you probably want to import a proper video. Look at that, all that lovely food. Tasty. If anyone... Silly little video. Oh, that's something else I should note as well. If I just remove this, if I did want to import some video, I can do that. So I will take this one again, actually.
Full effect.
There we go.
Full effect.
So I can just, I didn't mean to go that far.
Try Eurovision.
So I've actually imported some video. And so you could create some professional video in something else, get it onto your camera, put it in your camera photo reel, and then you can import that into your Instagram as well. And you can do that with normal posts.
Full effect. Try Eurovision.
So what I could do is then I can create a little bit of a video, go, tasty, tasty, tasty for the end of it.
Full effect.
Edit my video because that's going to be too long. So I'll tap this and I'll just scrunch that back a little bit. Yeah. And tell you what, let's add some music to that as well. So what I do to add music, let me go back here, add audio. And I want to add, there's loads here. Put the Harry Potter theme tune on it.
Let's go. Sweet dreams are made of this.
So done. And now next.
Sweet dreams are made of this. Who am I to disagree? Travel the world in the 7 seas.
Right. Let's do. I've shown you a few examples of that. Let me do an example of the Ray-Ban filter, and we're just going to go through something very stupid. I'm going to make a fool of myself, but we're going to do a short mini silly reel. So let me select this. Okay, we've got the Sweet Dreams music as well, and I'm going to try and make this work.
Sweet dreams are made of this.
Right. Let's try that again.
Who am I to disagree?
You can see I practiced this lots.
Travel the world in the 7 seas. Everybody's looking for something.
Right, awful. You can stop laughing now. Let's have a look at go next. We can actually preview
Sweet dreams are made of this.
bad. I've seen worse.
To disagree. Travel the world in the 7 seas. Everybody's looking for something.
Right, great. So that's just a silly video to show you how you can use the different filters, different edit points, and basically create a very simple video. Just to explain, because I didn't do it while I was going along, is I was just tapping to hold the record button for a section to the music, wait, stop, move the camera, record again. I mean, you may have got that, but it's as simple as that. If I didn't like any of that, I can obviously start again, or I can go into edit mode.
Sweet dreams.
And I can edit any of those videos that I want if it wasn't quite tight enough, or I need it to, it wasn't linked up with the music. Right, so let's do something a little bit more serious. So what we're going to do is, I'm just going to get a little backdrop on. Let's put this one here. Let's have a nice IMC background. There we go. You can use the slider here to adjust the lighting just to make it fit better within your environment. So that's good. So I've got some little words I'm going to say here. How to create remarkable reels. And then we want to do something like this. If I can just hold it in a different way. Make sure they're fun. Informative. It's not working too well. There you go. And most importantly, interesting. And then we'll start here again. For more tips, check out my Insta. Yeah, actually, the moving this around, the cutout isn't as good as YouTube Shorts. I just realized the actual cutout on YouTube Shorts seems to follow it a lot better. Anyway, we've got that there. Let's no, I don't want to add that in. Let's go next. Make sure they're fun, informative, and most importantly, interesting. For more tips, check out my Insta. Now, oddly, the audio seems to have changed on the. Make sure they're fun. I'm not sure why that is. Informative. Don't have time to investigate now. And most important. But let's put on some text. So, how to create remarkable video. Cool. And let's make remarkable a different color, so I can double tap it on an iPhone. Click on the little color button, and we're going to make it orange. Yeah. I don't want to change anything else, but obviously you can change the font styles, and I mean, there's loads of things you can do. More tips, check out my Insta. Make sure they're fun. You can do. Informative. I'll wait for it to finish. And most importantly, interesting. More tips, check out my Insta. So there's more you can do in terms of having, when you have music, you can have overlays of the lyrics on top of it. I'm not going to dive into that, just going to show you some basics. But that's pretty much it. So, you know, we're able to, like the others, edit that if we need to. Make sure you can tap where I want this to go. So I might just want that right at the beginning. There we are. Tap that down arrow. Back. Give you that video. Make sure they're fun. Right. I think that's everything I've got time to show you now, but hopefully that gives you, if you're not using Reels already, then you're going to have a little excuse to play with it and just try it out. I will give you a couple of tips from Sam, my son, who he gave me these same tips for YouTube Shorts is keep it punchy. In fact, Max joined us as well. Keep it punchy. You know, what you're trying. You haven't got long to get an impression over to people, so try and keep it punchy. Try and keep what you're doing to be quick, and you want fast edits. You don't want people to be lingering, because at that point they're going to swipe. So I definitely would try and keep it punchy, keep it interesting, step through quickly, certainly if you're giving people examples of what to do. And if you are, what works quite well, if you can do it, and it works for this, is to try and end as you started, because these videos naturally loop round and round again. So if you can make it so it's a really nice loop and you're not going to get music jumping or people jumping around, then that's going to work better. Right. Hopefully that was interesting. I'm going to stop sharing that now. And just enough time to tell you what we've got coming up next week. So this one's changing tone a little bit. We are moving to talk about sales pipeline and CRM using the Insightly CRM. We've got Paul Watson joining us, who working with a client of ours, helping them integrate their CRM into their their business process and their website. And he's going to share how to do that, so you can transform your processes and systems and really empower the people in your organization and enhance your business performance. So that's going to be interesting. We're here every Friday from 10 a.m. If you want to ask a question, or you've got something interesting to say and you want to be a guest, email us at support@ratherinventive.com. And if you remember, all the episodes are available on ratherinventive.com/club. There's a lot, and we're coming up to 100th soon. So hopefully there's going to be we'll do something special for that. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you all next week. Bye-bye.